like, this is it. Like, there's nothing else.
That's right.
But then, like, you can, like, in cooking, you can do some great traveling.
100%.
We went to a lot of really cool places.
Yeah. You definitely did. I mean, fucking Jakarta was, like, one of the crazy ones. I was like, how do you...
Yeah.
I was like, Chef, how do you work that out? So, during your time at the restaurant, is when you started talking about Yangban society?
Yeah, well, I think we got to a point, like, I think, like, I've said this before, like, I think all cooks, in your free time, you're like, one day I'm going to do this, or you're, like, at home writing really cool menus.
Right, talking all this
like,
shit, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And
While cleaning the guns?
Right, exactly. Since forever.
Always.
Yes.
You got to keep them clean.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to keep them clean.
Can we tell the story of the, Come on!
Yeah. So anyway.
Never mind.
So at a certain point.
That's another Sucio.
Come on! We got like three more episodes to do over here.
That's a lot of
People are going to be waiting for the season finale.
Right.
I'd say... Oh, there's... Yeah. Well, we skipped right over my early teens.
That's fine. Yeah.
No, I'd say at a certain point, like, the conversations got a little more focused. And it was like, no, okay, really, like, what's next?
Yeah.
Not that next was immediate, you know, but, like, starting to think, like, we spend a lot of time here. Like, do we want to stay here? Do we want to, like, live here? Like, things were coming up, like, do you want to buy a home?
Yeah.
Like, what's up? So we started, like, having, some, like, you know, John would come home from Tram, and I'd come home from Charter Oak, and have a few drinks, eat some dinner, and talk about
like, hi, Harry.
And talk about life. And then it just happened casually, but then it started to get more focused, more cool, more passionate, and it just kept evolving.
Yeah.
And that happened for a couple years, I'd say.
It's still happening. I mean, I don't think that process stops.
No,
I think it was...
no, it never does. It just got to a point in our lives where it was like, I think, like you said, like, I think that it was just time, and we were ready. Yeah. And instead of it just being talk and ideation, it was something where we're like, no, let's do this.
Let's put this in action. Let's, like, really go for this.
What was the first step towards that
The first
goal?
step toward that is putting in your notice.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a hard one. I mean, that's a hard thing to do. You had spent almost 10 years with someone, and the connections you've made, the security, the work you've put in. And
I'm honestly going to say, like, I think professionally I was ready to move on. I wanted the next venture of being a business owner. To watching something that that we created, like, come to life. I wanted to experience that versus, like, being in a more supportive role.
Got you.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, like, honestly, towards the end, one of the things that, like, stressed me out the most was just, like, that we wouldn't see him every day. You'd spend almost 9 years with someone 6 days a week.
Yeah.
You know,
spending a lot of time
saw
together.
Christopher and Martina and the whole team there more than I had seen my family.
Yeah.
Or my,
100%.
His kids, Daisy and Lulu.
Right.
That was, like, honestly something that worried me more than being professionally ready to move on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's a tough step to take, and once you do take it, it really kind of is like, all right, shit's getting real. I think the second step that was required, not necessarily required, but happened really was Kat getting pregnant with our daughter. I think that was the catalyst of being like, okay.
You saying that like she did that by herself.
Right. Like, Kat
getting pregnant with the baby.
But, she did most of it herself.
If you pray.
If you pray hard enough, things will happen.
That, I think, was to me, the biggest catalyst of like, okay, this shit is real now. There's another living thing involved that you're responsible for, and it was time to really start looking at what's the next 10 years of your life look like, which I had never done, even remotely done. You live it a day at a time, a week at a time, one check at a time. But it really required us to start thinking a little bit more ahead and start to really understand how we provide for a fucking human being.
Yeah. And then aside from that, you moved to LA. And how do you even go about telling someone, hey, we're opening a restaurant, we need some money?
Well, you make a pitch deck.
How many pitches did you go through before you...
So, this is how we left, was, we wanted to leave, like, ready to go. Pitch deck, just pristine. sample menus.
I wanted to leave with like a contract and a job.
Well, you wanted it all ready to go, mission statement, just like here, ready to give it to you. And we never got to that point up in Napa, and we're just like, fuck it, let's go. Let's just go. We have to go. Let's try to work on this even more when we get back. Let's spend some time with Sia and just, work on it while we're kind of spending some time.
Yeah.
What kind of weirdly happened was we got connected with Steven Schmidt from Sprout, and it was like through a bunch of agencies and all these things, but
regardless, we're like, our pitch deck's not ready, but we'd love to do something. Right. And he kind of said, well, do you want to show me what you have? And we're like, no. That's not how we roll.
I can't quite. No.
I'm going to get it there, and I'm going to present you something really nice.
Right. Checks in the mail.
Yeah, and he checked in a little while later. He's like, hey, how you doing? And we're like, still working on it, And he's like, why don't we just meet? Why don't you just tell me your idea, show me what you have? We met, did that. It went really well, and things actually happened pretty quickly from there.
Yeah, it was the first meeting we really took about Yangban. Was it even called Yangban?
We went with a few images.
Yeah.
Imagery.
A PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. At a coffee shop.
Exactly. It went really well. I think we impressed, and he really kind of believed in what we were trying to do and took it back to higher ups, and we just kind of started there, and it happened really quick for us. Mm-hmm. The interest was there mutually, and things started rolling, and then the lockdown kind of happened.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh shit.
That scared the fuck out of you.
I mean, you stop thinking about restaurants.
We were in the process of starting to look at spaces with a realtor.
Yeah.
And
this is
work
literally
out our
at
operating
that time.
agreement.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were very close to just locking it up.
Got you.
This is March of 2019.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Was there any point during COVID when it was like, this isn't happening?
Yeah, I mean, from March 2019 till for a few months.
Well, that's from our perspective.
From
the perspective of our partners, they always honored what they said, hey, we have a little triage to do here.
Right.
We have other restaurants that we need to take care of some shit, but we always plan on honoring our word with you and opening something up. But we're like, but what does that mean? God. Like in 2 years?
We don't know these people. We're like, oh man.
So we're stressed, being like,
Did you do any jobs during that time?
We were looking. We fortunately didn't have to.
Okay.
Which was great.
Because honestly, they came right back to us pretty quickly and said, all right, let's pick this up.
Yeah.
And,
they had obviously they triaged and they got right back to us, and I was actually really surprised by that. And I think it was a testament to their character, and it kind of showed us the kind of people we were working with.
Yeah.
It's the first sign. Yeah.
So how long after that did you guys find the space?
So that was probably around the summer of 2019. I think we had met at this space way back. It was one of the first meetings we had about Yangban.
What was here before?
It was a restaurant called Bon Temps.
It was Lincoln Carson. A really lovely restaurant.
Yeah, and it's just one of the tragic kind of fatalities of the pandemic.
Oh, really?
The casualty. Yeah.
Got you. Now, was it a sit-down dinner place?
It was. It was a sit-down dinner. I think at lunch, a lot of beautiful pastries, and definitely a very French kind of vibe going on. Mm-hmm. French,
high-end, French cuisine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you guys already knew that this was kind of the space.
Yeah, no, that's not true. We were looking in Santa Monica. We had cooked in Santa Monica. We were really comfortable.
I selfishly saw my whole life in Santa Monica.
We just saw it flash before.
It's a beautiful place.
It is.
So we're we always wanted to be in
Santa
Monica.
You can live
We we scoped out a couple spots. There was this really small restaurant right on the beach actually that we got pretty advanced in as far as taking the keys, and we were right there. We were starting to talk about remodel.
But I mean, you should back up and say when we proposed Yangban, the idea was a very small spot with
Mom
John
and
I cooking,
right?
A few other cooks, a dishwasher, and
Right.
that's it. Old school, small. So we were looking at very small spaces.
3,000 square feet.
We didn't
under,
want
maybe
a lot
even
of staff.
less.
We never wanted a lot of service.
Right. So we took this, quote unquote, we took over this space for a little bit, and just had realized that there was way too much work to be done in this place. Nothing had been done for decades.
I think we also started to realize the limitations of it being
it had
a
a 2-compartment sink. What the fuck is a 2-compartment sink?
It's charming and it's cute, and we just want to like cook alone. But I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah. It just didn't. It was close, but it just didn't feel right. And it actually took our partners being like, guys, the way you're talking about this space, it does not sound to me like you are into this space. And we're like, we're not. We're like, that's okay.
Is that okay?
We were just so grateful to have a partner. We were trying to like.
We're making it.
We'll take anything. We want to be easy.
Polish this turd. Like it'll be fine. But
it seems
they were like, wait.
Yeah, it seems like who you're working with is it's just really in tune with with you guys.
I think they're like one of their biggest statements is like, we want to support chefs. We want this to be a chef-driven restaurant group, or I'm not sure if that's what you even called themselves, but it was very much about the chefs. And honestly, we appreciate that because we would have been like, let's just take the space and make the best of it.
They love food, they love restaurants, and they think it's really cool that they could make a difference in someone's life and watch someone just like dream come true.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I mean, we tried finding any information on Sprout, upper management. You can't find it online. I found that so weird. I was like, I can't find anything. Because I was trying to do my homework. And they just are very specifically trying to somewhat in the background and really kind of showcasing each operator, each chef as their own kind of restaurant.
Dope. So we've come a long way. I mean, this space looks amazing. And when do you open?
January 10th.
January 10th. And the opening, tell me about that a little bit.
Well, we're going to have a rager.
All right. What to say about
We're having a kegger.
Right. We're going to showcase and kind of show off the space to industry and friends and family in more of a untraditional sense. I think a little bit more festive, a little bit more open.
We wanted to feel like the vibe that we want to create every day, which is kind of chill, kind of build your own experience, whatever. You want to like sit in the corner and drink bubbles all night and keep buying caviar and hang out, you can do that.
That's definitely Kat.
Okay, me. If I want. Okay, I'm talking about myself. But also if you just want to pop in and out and have some cool deli food, it's cool too. So we'll have the deli set up. It'll be good practice. You can walk up, order. Everything here is sold by the half pound. So you can get like as little or as much as you'd like. Of course, at the opening, we'll have it all set up, but we'll just be giving like little tastes out.
Yeah. Yep.
The super, the store, all the beverage will be like set up. Everything's for sale. Obviously, we'll have like some fun complimentary drinks, but we'll have like all the retail open. We just want people like good music, wander around, do some cool stuff. We also think it's a great opportunity to maybe collaborate with some other Arts District businesses. So like Hair LA, they've been gracious enough to possibly come and do something at our opening, some fun like hair glitter station or something. It's meant to just be fun and chill. Come see the space, listen to music, try some food.
Hell yes. Now, how many covers or like people can you looking to do here? This is such a big space.
Well, I think we want to. I think the biggest part of this is being a part of the community and being able to be available for a lot of people. To put a number on it.
Yeah.
Couple hundred.
Yeah.
Lunch, couple hundred dinner, somewhere around there.
So it's going to be lunch and dinner?
It's going to be lunch and dinner kind of all day.
Do you already have sort of the hours?
Yeah.
We're going to open up with 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
But
kind of see where that demand is. Like, I know with the previous concept, people loved like the morning pastries here. I think there are enough places in this neighborhood that do that, and we don't necessarily have to. But who knows? If the demand's there, maybe we'll open up for brunch and do some cool stuff. Or I'd love this to turn into like a real late night hangout, like Asian, street market vibe.
Yeah.
Spilling your drinks on the floor, bottles all over the table.
Please don't spill.
Of atmosphere.
Please don't spill on the floors.
Throw your peanut shells on the floor.
Have fun.
So, we'll kind of see what happens. We're going to do 11 to 10 to start and see, where that demand is.
Heard that. From there. Hell yeah. Fucking,
we're open, though. We're here to serve. So we're open to kind of, seeing what happens.
I like that. Are you guys hiring?
Yeah, we are hiring.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I mean, we're pretty staffed out.
Like that.
But you know how it is. Who knows who will actually show up?
Yeah, who'll actually show up? Who'll? The workforce these days is getting crazy.
So we just continue to hire, but we've been really lucky in that